We're going to do it like this one. We're not going to do that either. All right. Our drummer drinks. You really do. The guitar player can't read is actually the real problem.
I like the drummer being drunk better.
You know, that's the truth of that too. All right. Outside the door, of love and mercy, you wonder if there's a place there for you. You know there's peace inside, as soon as you look for someone who understands to bring you through. Spirit waits with open arms, calling out your name. Come on in, welcome home, you are loved, you belong here now. No matter where you've been, come on in, come on in, come on in. There is room enough in the home of love for someone just like you. Come on in, welcome home, you are loved, you belong here now. No matter where you've been, come on in, come on in. Come on in, welcome home, you are loved, you belong here now. No matter where you've been, come on in, come on in, come on in. Woo-hoo! Finally.
Are you ready, Jim? Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to Unity of London, and once again we have a fine-looking crowd. And you people in Facebook land in your jammies look pretty darn good too. So if you registered this week at Unity, we are starting a social media campaign. So this morning I took a picture of our 5 Unity principals and posted and said, I love my Sunday mornings at Unity of London. And I invite you to do the same of some sort, but also while you have your phone in hand, perhaps check and see that your volume is turned down. Thank you. So if you're here for the very first time, we do have a newcomers table at the back. And if you're not here for the very first time, we have a old-timers table at the back. Because there's some great information back there. So, but if you are new to Unity of London, we invite you to get some reading material, learn a little bit more about us and our principles, and if it's your very first time, we have a blue slip of paper for you to give us your contact information, pick up a gift at the bookstore, and that way we can, by email, keep you abreast of what's going on this week and next week and every week at Unity of London. So we have some special announcements. Number 1 would be, save the date, we're having a Christmas concert, Thursday, December the 12th, and more information to follow. Number 2, next week, yummy, 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 town hall meeting, and of course a lovely potluck dinner, lunch, dinner. What do you call it, lunch, dinner? Some people call it everything to brunch. There's going to be some great food. Come on out and bring your favorite dish. And there is one more. Peggy's not here, is she? Peggy Nancy? Yeah. Oh, Peggy. Peggy's got a special announcement. Da-da-da-da. Come on down, Peggy. And up here. The price is right. For just 10%.
Let's try on a new look here. What do you think?
Yeah.
So I'm here to tell you all about the Unity Winter Outreach Project. And it's also known as the Winter Sock Drop. So can anybody tell me what we're going to be asking you for?
Socks.
Good guess. No. No, seriously. Of course we're going to be asking you to give us socks. And you've probably seen the tree at the back, decorated by Kathy Grow. And we're collecting socks for the homeless and the people in shelters. And this is an ongoing need. So this is not a Christmas present project. This is a winter project. And we're going to start it December 1st. Actually, we've kind of already started it, some of the donations. But it's going to go to January the 26th, the last Sunday in January. And we will hopefully be making at least 2 deliveries. So maybe 1 in December. So if you get ugly socks for Christmas, or if they don't fit your lifestyle, you can still bring them in January. Or you can shop the Boxing Day sales too. So we're looking for socks for men, women, and children. And I know you're thinking, why children? Because there are children at a women's community house with their moms, of course, that need things like that. We're also accepting, this is what the rest of the items that I've got on. This is not my fashion statement. We're also accepting scarves, warm scarves, hats, mitts, gloves, those kinds of things as well that you think can be of use to them. They will definitely be put to use. But I wanted to tell you a little bit about the types of socks that we're looking for, because socks are the #1 item of clothing that shelters ask for, and certain types of socks. And we're told that one of the most important kinds of socks are the white crew socks. And you might think that that's odd, because why would street people want white socks? White socks are important because street people often have blisters, they walk a lot, their feet get wet, their boots don't fit properly, they get sore feet, and the socks wear out too. These socks wear out. So if they have socks next to their skin that have dyes, or maybe cheap dyes, it can affect the sores on their feet. So they always are asking for white crew socks, not tube socks, crew socks of good quality. But, of course, they also need warm socks. So I did some looking around. And I found, of all the stores I went to, and I know there are others, these socks came from Giant Tiger. They're very affordable. They have wool. Some of them are 50% wool, which, of course, is very warm. And we have kids' socks here. We have women's socks. We have men's socks. Thank you. We have lovely warm. I would like some of these myself, if Santa's listening. Yeah, they're Kodiak, so they're really good. So we're looking for the warm socks because I believe that the Giant Tiger and someone said Lynn's Mill Store also has good socks. So I think that people probably, if they're really sleeping rough, wear the white socks and put the warm ones over top of them. So again, we're looking to you to be as generous as you always are. You can put them under the tree. We'll have some boxes there for the next 2 months. Feel free to drop in anything that you feel you can give, and they will find a good home. Thank you very much. And if you have any more questions, you can talk to me or you can talk to Pauline Duncan Thrasher, who has agreed to assist me in this. Thank you.
Okay, and together let's affirm Unity Worldwide Ministries' vision for the entire world, and that is a world powerfully transformed through the growing movement of shared spiritual awakening. And here in London, we're doing that by co-creating with Spirit to transform and transforming lives. And I think we're going to sing next again. Is that right, Jim?
Well, we'll find
Are you ready? How's that drummer?
the wings of the snow white dove. Spirit is pure, sweet love, a sign from above. On the wings of a dove, when troubles surround us and problems gone, our bodies grow weak. hearted, feeling lost and alone. Still spirits forth us, congregation like stone. We are still cherished, we are still loved. The message is carried on the wings of a dove, on the wings of a snow white dove. Spirit is pure, sweet love, a sign from above, on the wings of a dove. Spirit is willing, even when we are weak. We harvest its blessing, even more than we see. We're lavish with kindness, we're surrounded by love. Spirit rest easy on the wings of a dove. Just us now. On the wings of a snow white dove. Spirit is pure, sweet love, a sign from above, on the wings of a dove, on the wings of a snow white dove. Spirit is pure, sweet love, a sign from above, on the wings of a dove. It's a sign from above, on the wings of a dove.
Good morning. Good morning, friends. Unity's foundation is affirmative prayer. That means Unity defines prayer as the most highly accelerated mind action known. It is an affirmation of truth and a communion between you and all that is. Through prayer, the mind is renewed and circumstances transformed. If you wish prayer for someone else or for yourself, you're invited to use our prayer box here on the front table. Put a first name only on a piece of paper and place it in the box. No need to explain the situation, as Divine Mind is all-knowing. It will be prayed over here at Unity by our prayer angels for 30 days and then sent on to Silent Unity for additional prayer. And remember that 24 hours a day, you can call 1-800-NOW-PRAY to reach Silent Unity, where people have been praying with and for people for over 130 years. If you wish one-on-one prayer or the sharing of healing energy, our prayer chaplain will be available at the back of the sanctuary following today's service. Just take a seat in the front of them. And today's prayer chaplain is Sylvia, but today who's going to come forward and lead us in prayer is Patty.
We bring our awareness to our heart center, that place of stillness, love, and peace. And as we rest in this special place, we give thanks for this wondrous world that we move in and have our being. We are grateful and receptive to the messages of the music we hear, the talk as we listen, and the people in the congregation, our Facebook community, and the world beyond. Divine being moves within us all, and as this energy flows through every cell of our body, through our thoughts and feelings, we are saturated with this love and allow this expression of God, Goddess, to engulf our being in totality, and release in everything we do and have our presence. We ask for blessings for all spiritual communities and gatherings that are taking place around the world today. And we remember Unity Church of Agape, Scarborough, Ontario. And now we take a moment to think of those who may need a little extra loving energy, and we whisper their names in this sacred space. We remember that divine intelligence is our inner source. And today we ask for guidance, love, and the light to fill our hearts, this room, and beyond these walls to that marvelous, wonderful, glorious world outside. Amen.
And now for a message from our daily word, gratitude. As I embrace gratitude, I am filled with an awareness of greatness. It might be tempting to think that we need items and events to be grateful for before we can feel genuine gratitude. However, Unity Minister Eric Butterworth suggested that it's possible to experience the feeling of gratitude without needing a special reason to feel grateful. Just feel it, he advised, adding that as we simply allow ourselves to feel gratitude, the flow of intelligence and love and peace and power come through us and manifest as us effectively. The practice of gratitude, Butterworth explained, gets us into a full of greatness consciousness. As I generate gratitude, it lifts my heart, quickens my mind and body, and centers me in the flow of good that is present everywhere. You have made known to me the ways of life. You will make me full of gladness with your presence. Acts chapter 2, verse 28.
One great power,
lot of power in that little girl. I'll not fight like you do, Jim. Well, our guest speaker today, he's handsome, he's funny. He asked me to say that. But he's also a great blessing to Unity of London. One of the greatest things that I'm most grateful for this community is the strong foundation of contributing members that you can always count on. That they're here, they do the work, and Tony's one of those. He's been on the board the last 3 years, I believe. He's in his 2 years, rolling into his third soon. Dedicated board member, helps out with Sacred Service, and always ready to speak for us. So let's give a real warm welcome and a grateful warm welcome to Tony Orvidas.
Thank you, Sylvia. Good morning, Unity of London. As you can see, the title of today's message is Your Receiving Department in Good Order? It came to me as I was driving by a very large department store. A large sign prominently noted where the receiving department was for incoming transport trucks. And I thought about how important it is for the receiving department to be in good working order to ensure quick and efficient processing of incoming inventory. And further, about how important it is for you, for me, for us, to be good receiving departments for the abundant good that's available to us in our lives. First of all, let's start off with a little story about receiving. An atheist is taking a walk through the woods alongside a river when he hears a rustling in the bushes behind him. He turns and sees a massive grizzly charging right at him. He runs back up the path with the bear close right behind him. His heart pumps frantically, and as he looks over his shoulder to see if the bear is gaining on him, he suddenly trips over a root, falls down, right to the ground. He rolls over to pick himself up, but the bear is right on top of him, raising its huge claws and bear paws, ready to strike. At that instant, the atheist, without thinking, cries, "God help me!" Time stops. The grizzly's frozen in place. The forest is suddenly totally quiet. Even the river stops running. All of a sudden, a bright light shines down from the heavens, and a great voice thunders, "You deny my existence for all these years. You teach others that I don't exist and even credit creation to some cosmic accident. Do you expect me to help you now?" Atheist, he thinks for a second, then he answers, "I know it would be hypocritical of me to ask you to show mercy on me at this time. I know I'm not worthy, but perhaps you could just make the bear a good Christian?" The bright light vanishes. The noises of the forest resume. The river starts to flow again, and the bear drops to its knees, puts its paws together, bows its head and says, "Lord, for this food which I'm about to receive, I'm truly thankful." So this Sunday we're continuing our study of that neat little book, Louise Hay and Robert Bolton, Life Loves You. 7 spiritual practices to heal your life. Today's practice is learning to receive. In the New Testament, Jesus of Nazareth is quoted by each of the 4 gospel writers as saying something like this: "Whatever you ask for, believe that you have received it, and it will be yours." So if I understand it correctly, you have to really believe that you will receive something that you want before you actually get it. You have to trust, and above all, you must feel worthy. Now, let's say somebody tells you that your new outfit looks stunning, and you respond with, "Oh, it's just something I threw on today." You didn't feel worthy, did you? Another example. Let's say I'm given a compliment about the message I just delivered at the Sunday service, and I respond with a self-deprecating statement and then avoid talking to other people so I don't have to address any further compliments. Guess that just means that I'm not worthy, or maybe I'm just not ready to receive, am I? In her book, Louise talks to us about the already principle. According to this principle, you have already been given everything you need for your journey in life. The already principle reminds us of our true nature and nature of reality. It teaches us that there is more to this world than meets the eye. Even in a world of fear, there is love. Even when you are in lack, there is abundance. Even when you experience conflict, there is peace. Even when you are alone, there is help. Even when you are confused, there is guidance. Everything you need is here, and it is here now. You merely have to accept it, allow it, and receive it. Now, I bet you're dying to know the metaphysical aspects of receiving, right? You love this stuff at Unity. Well, Charles Fillmore, co-founder of Unity, said, "When one who is receptive and obedient gives himself unreservedly to Spirit and receives, without antagonism, its guidance, he is delighted with the possibilities that are disclosed to him in caring for his physical and spiritual needs." In other words, you have to be ready to receive and to open yourself to the source. Louise agrees and says you have to love yourself as one with the source. She goes on to tell us that the main reason we hesitate to receive is because we feel that we are not lovable. We talked about that lovability a couple of Sundays ago. She then advises us to keep a receiving journal. It's like that gratitude journal that maybe you and I write in every day. She asks that you spend about 15 minutes per day for, say, a week, writing down 10 responses to the sentence, "One way life is loving me right now is." Let the answers flow without editing, but don't repeat one before another. Then you sit down and you review your list of 10 responses each day and let it sink in how life is loving you right now. Repeat after me. Life is loving me right now. Okay, let's try out another little exercise to help us release those negative beliefs that we're not lovable or worthy of abundance. It's called the Emotional Freedom Technique, or EFT, commonly referred to as tapping. You may have heard about it or maybe even tried it yourself. I was first introduced to the technique about 8 years ago on a website by a fellow named Dawson Church. He's a New Thought minister with a name like Church, what do you expect? He's the author of the amazing book Mind to Matter, and he's a regular contributor to Unity magazine. His website is called the EFT Universe, and it's one of the most visited alternative health sites on the web. Dawson tells us that EFT is one of the most successful psychology self-help techniques ever developed. It's a powerful, holistic method, and I personally employ it daily, and have done so for years. Now, lest you think that it's BS, Wayne Dyer, Louise Hay, Diane LeVanzant, Jack Canfield, Christiane Northrup, Lissa Rankin, they and many other medical and spiritual luminaries have all promoted and used tapping. It's easy to learn, simple to apply. You merely identify a particular issue, say, that you're dealing with. Then you measure, using the SUD scale, the intensity of your emotion associated with that particular issue. Then you pair it with a statement of self-acceptance, or what is called a setup statement. Next, you tap with your fingers on a series of acupuncture points on your face and your body. They fall on the meridian lines of the body. That's 12 channels along which your life energy or ki flows through you. The tapping sends a calming signal to your brain, and you then recondition your brain with a positive association. And at the end of the tapping session, you once again rate your emotional level. That's the basic recipe. Now, various EFT practitioners may have slight variations. By the way, for the purposes of this exercise, the issue will be the abundance available in your life that maybe you're not now fully receiving. And your abundance includes, in addition to wealth, health and relationships. So, feel the issue, incomplete abundance, and give it a number on a SUD score. Now, SUD stands for Subjective Units of Discomfort, and it measures your level of emotion on a scale of 0 through to 10. 0 indicates no discomfort, 10, maximum possible distress. So rate your SUD level as it is right now related to the abundance issue. If you can't quickly come up with a number, just take a guess, your best guess, and take it from there. Now, get ready to tap. And here are some tips to help you achieve the correct technique. The first tapping point we use in the EFT routine is called the karate chop point. It's located on the fleshy outer portion of the hand, the part used in a karate blow, right? With 4 fingers on one hand, you tap the karate chop point with your other hand. Pretty simple. You then start tapping on 8 meridian end points in sequence. You'll see them there. You tap with the tips of your first 2 fingers, 5 to 8 times on each point. You can tap on one side of the body, or the other, or both, because meridian points are symmetrical along either side of the body. You use a firm but gentle pressure, same as if you were drumming on top of a desk or maybe checking a melon to see if it's right. And as you tap on each point, you listen to, read, or pronounce a specific statement. For this exercise, I'll read them to you. So in sequence, you first tap on the meridian endpoints that are found on the face. These are right here at the start of the eyebrow where it joins the bridge of the nose, on the outside edge of the eye socket, on the bony ridge of the eye socket under the pupil, under the nose, and then between the lower lip and the chin. Next, you go to the collarbone points. Now, to locate a collarbone point, you go where the collarbones meet and then an inch down and say about to the side. Next, under the arm point, about 4 inches below the armpit, and finally on the top of your head, crown of your head. Okay, we're going to do a practice round, and you knew that was coming, right? All righty. So, tap your karate chop point. Come on, don't be shy. Nobody's watching. You won't make a fool of yourself.
We're filming.
Now here's the sequence. You just follow me. Eyebrow, side of eye, under eye, under nose, chin, collarbone, armpit, top of head. Very good. One more time. Eyebrow, side of eye, under nose, chin, collarbone, underarm, top of head. Okay. The process we will now perform is based on a tapping exercise. It was developed by Nick Ortner of the Tapping Solution. It's another excellent site. It'll only take a couple of minutes. So let's start. Give yourself a SUD score related to abundance. Next, listen to the setup statement, which I will repeat 3 times as you tap on the karate chop point. Here goes. Even though I don't think that I deserve more abundance because I'm not a good enough person, I totally and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway. Even though I don't think that I deserve more abundance because I am not worthy, I totally and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway. Even though I don't think that I deserve more abundance because I'm not enough of a good person, I totally and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway. Now start tapping in sequence. Eyebrow point. I don't deserve more abundance because of my past. Side of eye. I learned early on I was not good enough. Under eye. I've often been told that I'm not good enough. Under nose. I often felt I was just not good enough. Above chin. Not good enough to be as abundant as I want. Collarbone. I grew up often feeling that I was not good enough. Underarm. I've had so many experiences that have shown me that I'm not lovable. Top of head. I have failed and made so many mistakes so many times. Eyebrow. If I was good enough, I'd already be more abundant. Side of eye. But I love and accept myself anyway. Under eye. No matter what. Under the nose. I'm open to the possibility that I do deserve more abundance. Chin. Even though I have felt that I did not deserve more abundance because of my past. Collarbone. I can change my beliefs. Underarm. Everyone deserves abundance. I do as well. Head. I can allow more abundance into my life. Eyebrow. I can release my old beliefs and allow abundance into my life. Side of eye. I deserve more abundance in my life. Under eye. I'm ready for more abundance to flow into my life. Under nose. I can allow myself to feel that I am enough. Chin. I'm a good enough person to feel and be more abundant. Collarbone. I am lovable. And am I allowing more abundance into my life at this very moment? Underarm. I'm determined and willing to bring more abundance into my life. Head. I choose to bring more abundance into my life. Heading for home plate. Eyebrow. I intend to bring more abundance into my life. Side of eye. I deserve increased abundance. Under eye. I totally believe that I am worthy of greater abundance. Nose. I release any resistance to receiving greater abundance. Chin. I allow and receive great abundance. Collarbone. I feel so grateful for what I have. Underarm. And I'm so excited for more abundance coming into my life. Head. I'm so lovable and so abundant. Those last few affirmations, they're good ones. You did beautiful. Give yourselves a round of applause. Okay. Now just take a moment to rate yourself on the SUD scale. It will likely be lower than when you started. You feel better about yourself. And that's it. Try it again at home if you like. You can find a variety of excellent tapping exercises on the internet. Okay, now it's time to summarize today's message. You have already been given everything you need for your journey in life. Our receiving journal reminds you that life is loving you right now. You are a good enough person. You are worthy and you are abundant. And you can heal your life using Louise's spiritual practices. Let us prepare now for meditation.
Surely the presence of love is in this place. I can feel its mighty power and its grace. I can hear the rush of angels' wings, see glory on each face. Surely the presence of love is in this place. Surely the presence of love is in this place. I can feel its mighty power and its grace. I can hear the brush of angels' wings, see glory on each face. Surely the presence of love is in this place.
Close your eyes. Take a deep breath and relax. Take another deep breath and calm your monkey mind as best as you can. We will initially do a guided meditation and then go into silence. This meditation is the Change Me Prayer for Abundance by Tasha Silver. Divine Beloved, allow me to give with complete ease and abundance, knowing that you are the unlimited source of all. Let me be an easy, open conduit for your prosperity. Let me trust that my own needs are always met in amazing ways, and that it's safe to give freely as my heart guides. And equally, let me feel wildly open to receiving. May I know my own value, beauty, and worthiness without question. Let me allow others the supreme pleasure of giving to me. May I feel worthy to receive in every possible way. Change me into one who can fully love, forgive, and accept myself, so that I may carry your light without restriction. Let everything that needs to go, go. Let everything that needs to come, come. I am utterly your own. You are me. I am you. We are one. And all is well. Let us now sit in silence for a few moments and contemplate the gift of receiving. What would you write in your receiving journal? Now begin to come back to this room and to Unity of London. And repeat this silently to yourself. When the receiver is ready, the gift appears. I am the receiver, and I am ready for my gifts. I am open and receptive to my good. I invite the abundance of the universe to flow through me, blessing me and others in ways I can't yet imagine. I am lovable, life loves me, and so it is. Amen.
Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
so much for that amazing message. Our mission here at Unity is to transform lives, and I think you've done that for all of us here and all that have been listening today. You've given us tools to work on that are going to make us more open to receive. Now it's our time for giving and receiving our tithes and offerings. Our Unity principles teach us that we are one with divine source, and so we give not to source, but as source. Giving has been described as a spiritual practice of radical generosity, giving to what we wish to see flourish. Giving puts us in the flow of divine abundance. By the back door of the sanctuary on the wall, you will find intention cards. These may also be placed in the offering bag. This week, our prayer angels will uphold your intentions for what you want to achieve, either as a plan for your day or for your life. Now let us affirm our prosperity by singing our offertory blessing.
Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is. Our next tune today is another Unity original, and it describes something that works for me. Tony shared something with us today that can help us to improve our spiritual selves and make sure that our receiving process is good. And this is another thing that we can do pretty much every day. Carla and I, we think about this and talk about this pretty much every day. So it's a tune called Spirit Love Goes Round and Round. Something that I want to do, something I can share with you. Feeling down and feeling blue, Spirit love will see you through. Gives in everything you see, including you and including me. Spirit love goes around and round. I raise my hand and the joy is down. Make a joyful noise and spread it round. I raise my voice and the joyful sound. Raise your hand and lift your voice. Take a stand and take a choice. Love is all we'll ever need. Me for you and you for me. All of us for everyone. Strike the chord and beat the drum. Love goes round and round. I raise my voice in a joyful sound. Make a joyful noise and spread it round. I raise my voice in a joyful sound. When we feel lost and all alone, Spirit waits to walk us home. We tap into true Spirit love. There's one thing we can be sure of. It strengthens everything we see, including you and including me. Spirit love goes around and round.
Join me as we bless these offerings, gifts, and tithes. Sweet Spirit, we live in joyful expectation, knowing that God is our source. Our faith faculty is fully functioning at this time as we acknowledge God is our source. We turn our attention towards the blessings that have been given. We experience each and every moment as good. We instruct our faith to see what our eyes cannot yet see, the blessings ahead for this community. We claim the potential of faith in these gifts and offerings, and in joyful expectation, we know that we are growing in abundance individually and as an entire community, and so it is. Amen.
We're going to sing again.
Growing because I choose love. Love's always present, it's what I'm made of. I choose love. We are a part of each other. We are one. One tie that binds us that can't be undone. I choose love. Peace for our planet is growing because I choose love. Let love be present, it's what we're made of. I choose love. We are all part of each other. We are one. One choice unites us, let this be the one. I choose love. I choose love. I choose love.
So as you go about your week, remember life is always loving you. Check and make sure that your receiving department is wide open. And our prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds me, I am light. The love of God enfolds me, I am love. The power of God protects me, I am power. The presence of God watches over me, I am presence. Wherever I am, God is. I am divine. Yea, God.
Wonderful day.
Spread the word of what unity can offer. Spread the word of the message that you heard. Spread the word of what it means in your life. Spread the word, spread the word, spread the word.